Welcome to my channel, Old Coins History 333. In this video, I tell you about the United States of America gold $1, which are most valuable and rare. If you interested, please subscribe my channel. Thanks. Top 1. In the late 19th century, the United States of America was undergoing significant change. The country, having emerged from the devastation of the Civil War just a few decades earlier, was now transitioning into an era of industrialization, technological progress, and political shifts. With the development of new cities, the expansion of the railroad network, and the rise of big industries, the U.S. was quickly becoming a global powerhouse. But even as the nation was evolving and growing, the American dollar coin remained a key symbol of the country's financial stability and strength. During this time, one of the most captivating and historically significant dollar coins was minted, the U.S. $1 coin produced between 1889 and 1897. The coin, often referred to as the Morgan dollar, is not just a relic of a bygone era. It encapsulates the spirit of the time, representing the nation's drive for progress while honoring its rich history. As one of the most iconic coins in American history, the 1889 to 1897 Morgan dollar has intrigued collectors and historians alike for generations. With its beautiful design, it's linked to the economic and political landscape of the late 19th century and its impressive value today. The coin has a fascinating story that continues to captivate those with an interest in numismatics and American history. The origins of the 1889 to 1897 U.S. $1 coin are rooted in the economic and political landscape of the time. By the late 1800s, the United States was experiencing rapid growth and change. The Civil War had left the nation economically unstable, but the post-war period brought new opportunities and an increasingly interconnected economy. The U.S. Mint had been producing coins since the late 18th century, but the standard design for the $1 coin had remained relatively unchanged for decades. In the 1870s and 1880s, there was a push for a new design that would reflect the country's changing character and the increased importance of the U.S. dollar in the global economy. In 1878, the U.S. Mint decided to introduce a new design for the silver dollar. This decision came on the heels of the Coinage Act of 1878, which authorized the production of a new series of coins, including a new dollar coin. This act was driven in part by the growing demand for silver, as well as the country's desire to promote silver mining in the western United States. The new coin was designed by George T. Morgan, an engraver at the U.S. Mint, who would go on to create one of the most recognizable and enduring designs in American coinage history. Morgan's design for the new dollar coin was both elegant and symbolic. The obverse of the coin features a profile portrait of Lady Liberty, facing left, with a crown of oak leaves and a ribbon inscribed with the word Liberty adorning her head. The crown and ribbon symbolize the strength and resilience of the United States, while the oak leaves represent the nation's endurance. The design of Lady Liberty was inspired by a variety of classical and contemporary influences, with Morgan drawing on both Roman coins and depictions of American women in the 19th century. Lady Liberty's serene, dignified expression was meant to reflect the maturity and strength of the country, while also celebrating the ideals of liberty and freedom that had been central to the nation's founding. Surrounding the portrait of Lady Liberty are 13 stars, representing the original 13 colonies, which were the foundation of the United States. The stars are positioned in a way that encircles liberty, emphasizing the idea that the country's history and its future are bound together. Above Liberty's head is the word E pluribus unum, which translates to out of many one, a phrase that had become a central motto of the United States, symbolizing the union of the individual states into a single, cohesive nation. On the reverse side of the coin, Morgan depicted a powerful American eagle. The eagle, with its wings spread wide, symbolizes the strength, freedom, and resilience of the United States. The eagle is clutching a bundle of arrows in one talon and an olive branch in the other, which represents the nation's readiness for both peace and war. Above the eagle is a banner inscribed with the words United States of America, and below it is the denomination $1. Surrounding the eagle is a ring of stars, further reinforcing the nation's unity and strength. The design of the 1889 to 1897 Morgan dollar was not only a reflection of the country's values and aspirations, but it was also a technical achievement. The coin was minted in 90% silver, with the remaining 10% consisting of copper, making it a durable and long-lasting piece of currency. The size of the coin was substantial, giving it a presence that was unlike smaller coins in circulation at the time. Its larger size, combined with its intricate design and the value of silver, made the Morgan dollar a powerful symbol of the United States' wealth and growing influence in the world. However, despite its beauty and symbolic importance, the 1889 to 1897 Morgan dollar faced challenges in its production and distribution. The country's economy in the late 19th century was volatile, and the U.S. Mint faced pressure to produce coins that would reflect the fluctuating silver market and respond to the political debates surrounding the coinage of silver. One of the major issues during this time was the debate over the role of silver in the U.S. monetary system, which culminated in the Silver Panic of 1893. This economic crisis, along with the political pressures surrounding the use of silver, led to the eventual end of the Morgan dollar's production in 1904. Despite these challenges, the 1889 to 1897 Morgan dollar remains one of the most sought-after coins in American numismatics. Part of the appeal lies in its historical significance. The coin was minted during a period of rapid economic growth, political change, and social upheaval. It was produced during the height of the Industrial Revolution, when the U.S. was rapidly expanding its economic and political influence. The coin also reflects the cultural changes of the time, as it was part of the broader movement to promote the values of liberty, unity, and strength that had defined the nation's early years. The 1889 to 1897 Morgan dollar is also popular among collectors due to its aesthetic appeal and the craftsmanship that went into its design. The coin's intricate details, from the flowing hair of Lady Liberty to the powerful eagle on the reverse, make it a work of art as much as a piece of currency. Collectors appreciate the historical context behind the coin, as well as the artistry that went into its creation. The rarity of the 1889 to 1897 Morgan dollar also plays a significant role in its appeal and value. Although millions of these coins were minted during this period, many have been lost to time, worn down through circulation, or melted down for their silver content. Coins that have been well preserved and are in excellent condition are particularly valuable, as they represent a link to a bygone era and offer a glimpse into the economic and political forces that shaped the United States at the time. The value of the 1889 to 1897 Morgan dollar has steadily increased over the years, and the coin remains one of the most highly sought-after pieces in the world of numismatics. As of today, a well-preserved example of the coin can fetch prices upwards of $650,000 at auction, especially if it is in mint condition or possesses unique characteristics, such as a rare mint mark or an error in the design. The high demand for these coins, combined with their rarity and historical significance, has driven prices to astronomical levels, making them one of the most valuable coins in American history. In addition to its value as a collector's item, the 1889 to 1897 Morgan dollar holds immense historical and cultural significance. It serves as a reminder of the United States' transformation during the late 19th century, an era marked by both tremendous progress and social upheaval. The coin embodies the ideals that were central to the country's identity at the time: liberty, unity, strength, and resilience. It also reflects the growing economic and political power of the United States, as the country was asserting itself on the global stage and solidifying its place as a rising superpower. In conclusion, the 1889 to 1897 U.S. $1 coin is not just a piece of currency. It is a window into the past, a symbol of the United States' journey toward becoming the nation it is today. Its design, which beautifully captures the values and aspirations of the time, as well as its historical significance and rarity, make it a highly coveted coin among collectors and investors alike. The Morgan dollar continues to captivate those with an interest in American history and numismatics, and its value, which has reached up to $650,000, reflects its enduring appeal. As one of the most iconic coins in American history, the 1889 to 1897 Morgan dollar is a true treasure, a piece of the past that remains highly prized in the present. Top 2. In the early 19th century, America was in the midst of remarkable transformation. The country, still fresh from the struggles of the Revolutionary War and the creation of its new government, was rapidly evolving, both politically and economically. The United States was becoming a more powerful force on the global stage, yet it was still a young nation, grappling with growing pains and emerging from the influence of European colonial powers. Within this context, The story of the United States $1 coin from 1829 to 1837, known as the capped bust dollar, unfolds. This coin was not just a piece of currency. It was a testament to the values and ideals of a young America that was looking to define itself as an independent, flourishing nation. The capped bust dollar, minted from 1829 to 1837, became a vital part of the country's monetary system, symbolizing the nation's aspirations, its wealth, and the growing sense of pride in its own identity. The minting of the capped bust dollar began in 1829, a period when the United States was becoming increasingly modernized. The country was experiencing a time of economic growth and territorial expansion, thanks in part to the results of the War of 1812 and the technological advancements of the Industrial Revolution. The demand for coins to support the expanding economy was higher than ever, and the U.S. Mint, established in 1792, was ready to meet that demand with new designs that would appeal to the American public and reflect the nation's changing spirit. The capped bust dollar was a significant update to the design of earlier U.S. silver dollar coins. Prior to 1829, the design of the dollar had remained largely unchanged since the late 1700s. The coins minted in the early years of the Republic featured portraits of Lady Liberty with flowing hair or capped in a simple bonnet, drawn in the style of the classical ideals of the time. However, with the passing years, it became clear that the nation needed a fresh design that would represent the growth of the United States and its place in the world. Enter the capped bust design, created by renowned engraver John Reich. Reich, a German-born artist, was a member of the U.S. Mint's engraving staff, and his vision for the dollar coin would go on to shape the course of American coinage. The capped bust design was intended to update the image of Lady Liberty, which had been a symbol of freedom and independence since the nation's founding, while incorporating the aesthetic trends of the early 19th century. The obverse of the capped bust dollar features a portrait of Lady Liberty, this time with her hair styled in a more elaborate and flowing fashion, capped with a soft, rounded drapery that gives the coin its name. The profile of Liberty is more refined than the previous designs, reflecting the sophistication of the time, yet still carrying the ideals of strength, freedom, and hope for the nation's future. Around her head is a legend that reads Liberty, with the date of minting placed below her chin, adding a touch of elegance to the overall design. The reverse of the coin is equally striking, showing an eagle perched on a rock with its wings spread wide. This image of the eagle, the symbol of American strength, was designed with great attention to detail, capturing the majesty and power of the bird. The eagle is surrounded by a laurel wreath, a symbol of victory and honor, and the inscription, United States of America, appears along the top of the reverse, with the denomination $1 written below. One of the most remarkable features of the capped bust dollar is the coin's intricate design, which was a direct response to the artistic tastes and ideals of the time. The early 19th century was a period of neoclassical influence, and the capped bust dollar reflects the artistic preferences of that era, incorporating elements that were meant to evoke the classical ideals of beauty, strength, and liberty. The attention to detail in the engravings of both the obverse and reverse speaks to the craftsmanship of the U.S. Mint, which, despite being a relatively young institution, was quickly establishing itself as a leader in coinage production. Another important aspect of the capped bust dollar is its role in the economy of the United States during the early 19th century. At the time, silver was a critical component of the nation's monetary system, and the U.S. Mint needed to produce a coin that could support the growing economy and facilitate trade both domestically and internationally. The silver dollar was a key currency for merchants, bankers, and settlers, particularly as the nation expanded westward and trade routes were established across the continent. The capped bust dollar was minted in silver, and the coin size and weight made it suitable for use in both everyday transactions and larger-scale business dealings. Despite being a large, heavy coin, it was still able to circulate widely, particularly in the eastern United States, and was used extensively in trade with foreign countries, particularly in Latin America and Asia. Its high silver content also made it a valuable commodity, contributing to its appeal as a stable and reliable form of currency. In total, the capped bust dollar was produced in various years between 1829 and 1837. However, only a limited number of these coins were minted during this period, and the production of the dollar was gradually reduced as the U.S. Mint shifted its focus to other denominations, including the seeded Liberty dollar, which would later take the place of the capped bust design in 1837. As a result, the capped bust dollar became increasingly rare, particularly the coins that were struck in the earlier years of the series. The scarcity of the capped bust dollar has only increased its appeal to collectors. The coin was minted in relatively small quantities, and many of the coins that were produced during this period were circulated heavily, which led to a great deal of wear and tear on the coins. As a result, well-preserved examples of the 1829 to 1837 capped bust dollar are highly prized by numismatists and collectors, with certain dates and mint marks commanding especially high premiums. Collectors of the capped bust dollar are particularly drawn to the rarity of certain years, such as the 1829 and 1836 issues, which are among the most sought-after coins in the series. Coins with minimal wear, sharp details, and original luster can fetch impressive sums at auction, often reaching into the tens of thousands of dollars. For example, a high-grade 1829 capped bust dollar can be valued at over $100,000, depending on its condition and the specific features of the coin. The value of these coins is driven not only by their rarity and historical significance, but also by their connection to a pivotal period in American history. The capped bust dollar was minted during a time of great change and expansion for the United States. The coin serves as a reminder of a young nation that was beginning to establish its identity on the world stage, striving to create a stable and reliable currency system and celebrating the ideals of liberty and strength that were central to the American experience. Over the years, the capped bust dollar has become one of the most recognized and revered coins in American numismatics. Its design, which reflects the beauty and power of the early 19th century, continues to captivate collectors and history enthusiasts alike. The coin's appeal lies not only in its aesthetic qualities, but also in its association with the rise of the United States as a growing economic and political power. As of today, the 1829 to 1837 capped bust dollar is considered one of the most valuable and sought-after coins in American numismatics. Depending on the specific coin's condition, rarity, and provenance, a well-preserved example can command prices as high as $730,000 at auction. The coin's impressive value is a reflection of its enduring appeal, its historical significance, and its rarity in today's market. The capped bust dollar represents a moment in history when the United States was evolving into a more powerful and prosperous nation. It serves as a tangible connection to the ideals of liberty, freedom, and independence that have always defined America. For collectors and investors, owning one of these coins is not just about the monetary value. It is about owning a piece of history, a piece of the story that helped shape the United States into the nation it is today. In conclusion, the 1829 to 1837 capped bust dollar is a coin that holds immense historical, artistic, and financial significance. Its beautiful design, its rarity, and its connection to a pivotal period in American history have made it one of the most valuable and sought-after coins in the world of numismatics. The coin continues to captivate collectors and investors, with its value today reaching upwards of $730,000. As a symbol of early American strength and resilience, the capped bust dollar is a true treasure, representing a vital chapter in the story of the United States. Top 3. The United States of America has a long and rich history, and much of its story can be told through the coins it has minted over the years. Among the most fascinating coins in American numismatic history is the $1 coin minted between 1809 and 1817, a period of both growth and tumult for the young nation. This coin, like many others from the early years of the United States, is not just a piece of currency. It is a symbol of the country's development, its aspirations, and the challenges it faced as it established itself as an independent republic. The time frame from 1809 to 1817 was a pivotal period in U.S. history, marked by political and military upheaval, as well as economic changes. It was an era of national struggle, particularly in the wake of the War of 1812. The coin minted during this time, the draped bust dollar, has become one of the most coveted coins among collectors and historians alike. In this video, we will explore the historical context behind this coin, its design, the minting process, the economic landscape of the period, its appeal to collectors, and the jaw-dropping value it holds today. Stay tuned as we reveal the remarkable current value of the 1809 to 1817 US $1 coin. The early 1800s were a time of great challenges and uncertainty for the United States. The nation was only a few decades removed from its independence from Britain, and yet, it was already embroiled in international struggles. As the country expanded westward, it encountered growing tensions with European powers, particularly Great Britain and France. The War of 1812, often considered the Second War of Independence, began in 1812 and would last until 1815. These were tumultuous times, with the nation facing both external threats and internal political divisions. Despite the instability, the U.S. economy was growing, and the country was becoming more firmly rooted in the global marketplace. The minting of coins, including the $1 denomination, became crucial for supporting this growing economy. Coins were used for trade, for purchasing goods and services, and were essential to the nation's monetary system. In the midst of these political and economic challenges, the United States Mint was hard at work designing and producing coins that would reflect the nation's identity and values. In 1807, the Mint began a series of coinage designs that would define American currency for decades, including the iconic draped bust dollar, which was minted from 1809 to 1817. The design was part of an ongoing effort to modernize and strengthen U.S. coinage during the early 19th century. The draped bust dollar was designed by famed engraver Robert Scott, who had already made significant contributions to American coinage. This design replaced the earlier small eagle design and was introduced as a response to both growing national pride and the need for a more distinctively American coin. The draped bust dollar was minted during a time of political instability, but also a time of great optimism for the nation's future. The obverse of the draped bust dollar features a left-facing portrait of Liberty. The figure of Liberty is draped in a flowing gown, symbolizing freedom and independence. Her hair is styled in an elegant, flowing manner, and she wears a ribbon inscribed with the word Liberty tied around her head. The design evokes the neoclassical ideals that were prevalent in the late 18th and early 19th centuries, with a focus on beauty, strength, and elegance. Around Liberty's portrait is the inscription Liberty, with the year of minting placed below. One of the most striking features of the draped bust design is the detail of Liberty's image. The artist, Robert Scott, sought to capture the essence of American ideals through his portrayal of Liberty as a graceful, dignified figure. The flowing gown and the soft, naturalistic style of the portrait reflect the classical influence on American coinage during the period. The ribbon inscribed with Liberty also reinforced the symbolism of freedom and independence, both of which were central to the identity of the United States at the time. On the reverse of the coin, the design features an eagle perched on a shield, its wings outstretched in a display of power and authority. The eagle is clutching arrows and an olive branch in its talons, symbolizing the nation's readiness for both war and peace. Above the eagle are the words United States of America, and below it is the denomination $1. The eagle itself is a powerful symbol of the strength and resilience of the United States, and its inclusion on the coin was a reflection of the national pride that was growing during this period. The draped bust dollar, like many coins from this time, was struck from silver. The U.S. Mint used 89.24% pure silver to create the coins, with the remaining content being copper. The silver content was a crucial element, as silver was not only the primary metal used in coinage at the time, but also a symbol of the nation's wealth and financial stability. The size of the draped bust dollar was substantial, with each coin weighing approximately 26.73 grams, making it larger than many other coins in circulation at the time. Despite its beautiful design, the production of the draped bust dollar was not without challenges. The political and economic instability of the time, coupled with the U.S. Mint's limited resources, meant that the coin was minted in relatively small quantities. Many of the coins that were struck during this period saw heavy circulation, resulting in significant wear and tear. This means that most draped bust dollars are often found in lower grades, making high-quality specimens even rarer and more valuable. One of the most remarkable aspects of the draped bust dollar is its rarity. Although millions of these coins were produced over the course of the 9 years it was minted, many of the coins were either lost to time, melted down for their silver content, or simply worn down due to heavy circulation. As a result, the surviving examples of the draped bust dollar are few and far between, and those in good condition are highly prized by collectors. The rarity of these coins only adds to their mystique and appeal. For collectors, the draped bust dollar is one of the most coveted pieces of American numismatic history. The coin's beauty, historical significance, and rarity have made it an essential part of many collections. Many collectors focus on acquiring coins from the 1809 to 1817 period, as these are among the earliest examples of U.S. coinage. The coins minted in 1809, for example, are particularly rare, as they were part of the first year that the draped bust dollar was issued. When it comes to value, the draped bust dollar has become one of the most expensive and sought-after coins in the world. Due to the rarity of high-grade examples and the coin's historical significance, prices for these coins have soared over the years. The value of a draped bust dollar can vary greatly depending on the coin's condition, the year of minting, and its provenance. Coins in lower grades can sell for several $1,000s, but coins in higher grades, particularly those from the first years of minting, can command staggering sums. As of today, a draped bust dollar from 1809 to 1817 in mint state can fetch upwards of $800,000 at auction. This impressive value is a reflection of the coin's rarity, beauty, and historical importance. The draped bust dollar represents not just a piece of currency, but a piece of American history, a tangible link to the early years of the nation and its struggles, triumphs, and aspirations. The appeal of the draped bust dollar is not just about its monetary value. It is also about its role in shaping the history of the United States. This coin was minted during a time when the nation was still finding its way, struggling with international conflict, and striving to define itself as a global power. The coin embodies the ideals of liberty, strength, and freedom that were central to the American identity during the early 19th century. It was a symbol of the nation's hopes for a prosperous future and a reflection of the pride the country took in its newfound independence. In conclusion, the 1809 to 1817 U.S. $1 coin, known as the draped bust dollar, is a coin of immense historical significance. From its elegant design to its rare status and impressive value, it stands as a testament to the early years of the United States and the vision of its people. As one of the most sought-after coins in American numismatics, the draped bust dollar continues to captivate collectors, investors, and historians alike. With its value now reaching up to $800,000, it is a coin that tells the story of a nation in its formative years, one that would go on to become one of the most powerful and influential countries in the world.